All right, boys and girls, the Slate truck is officially here. It's taking the internet by storm. And people are kind of losing their mind over it. Why? Because it's cheap. Why? Because it's cool. It looks like a little toy. But is this truck really worth it for you? And that's what we're gonna get into. We have the article here from Car Scoop, and it says, would you really pay $28,000 for a crank window EV with no speakers? And let's get into it. What is going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are rocking with the content, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and the subscribe for your boy. We got a new shipment of new hats. I got them right here, so you're gonna see me rocking this one and this one over here. This is from Rodeo in the Sky. This one's from Broken Bandit. You know, I always give my shout out to the companies and support small businesses. So anyways, we have the Slate truck here. Now you have to remember that the Slate truck is an investment backed by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos put up, like, I think $111 million for this truck, but the truck is $28,000. Obviously, when you add the rebates, the EV rebates, it goes down to like $20,000 because this is a pure EV truck. Now, we're going to talk about the towing capacity. We're going to talk about the battery capacity, the range, and this is a pretty plain truck. So I urge you to stick to the end of the video as we go over the whole truck. And I just want your opinion in the comments whether this is the right truck for you or not. Anyways, it's been taking the internet by storm. People are losing their mind, and we're going to get into it. And the article says, would you really pay $28,000 for a crank window EVs with no speakers? And it says, Jeff Bezos backed Slate revealed its $28,000 modular EV yesterday. The bare backbones truck has manual windows and a 150-mile range, which is not a lot. But then again, if you're short commute from home, it's very short, or if you commute short from your home, this might be the truck for you. Or if you got like a farm, or if you live out there, you know, like a countryside or whatever, and your commute may be not that long, maybe this truck might do it for you. But then again, you have to still stay, you know, you have to keep in consideration that the truck is still $20,000. So an optional truck top turns the 2-seat pickups into a 5-seat SUV. And we're going to get into all of that. This is the picture of the Slate truck right here. There's obviously, they call it the very customizable truck because you can do so many things with this truck. You could turn it into this SUV who has back seats, but then you could turn around and kind of also turn it into this nice little sporty truck that looks pretty cool. There's a bit of a difference when it comes to the grill. This one has a pretty plain grill that just says Slate, which honestly, to me, that looks a little bit cheapy. I'm not gonna lie to you. This looks a little bit more, you know, upscale. It's got different wheels. The truck has a nice little Liberty. If you go over here to this one, we see that it has back seats, and that's actually a good thing. But it also reminds me, like, if we're looking at like at a Range Rover or something like that, especially when you put this top on, definitely looks like it. Now let's jump into the interior because it is a very plain truck. When you come into the interior, you don't have an in-dash, you don't have an infotainment. All you have is your AC buttons. You have a phone holder. You got your buttons here on the steering wheel. You can get the optional speakers, which would be in here. These are like Bluetooth speakers. I guess these would connect to your phone. But other than that, you don't get no infotainment. You don't get none of that. You can also opt in for getting it, but it's also extra price. So with that being said, the truck plain Jane is $20,000. But as you start adding all these add-ons, because the truck apparently is very customizable, that's when the price starts going up. Who knows if you might end up with a $30,000 truck by the time you finish building the truck. And then let's get into the article. And it says they'll cost around $27,500, which after the Federal Reserve tax credit, you're like around $20,000. A modular design means you'll be able to turn a 2-seat truck into a 2-row SUV or an SUV with a coupe back or open roof with an add-on pack. Both of these are the selling point. Most of the few electric utilities around, like the Rivian's R1 or R1T, and those coming from Scout, soon coming from Scout, cost over $50,000, putting them out of reach for a lot of American buyers. And that's pretty true. Now, it says it's great to see an automaker building a simple, no-frills truck that doesn't cost the earth and doesn't take up 2 parking bays. And the ability to switch between a pickup and an SUV configuration really adds on the practicality. Now, when we get into the details is where I want you to think whether this truck is for you or not. It says, but a ton of compromises have been hit to get that $30,000 sub price. Most of obviously is the list of standard equipments makes a Dacia look like a Maybach. There's no touchscreen, which is not necessarily a bad thing, as they say, but we all got smartphones, and it means you get to physically rotate your controls of the AC. But there's not even any kind of stereo or speakers fitted as standard to play music from the phone. They're optional. Along with the wrap, you'll need to apply to change the body color since there's no paint options because there is no paint, which is that's pretty wild. So, and crank windows. It has crank windows. Yes, it does. I really never thought we would see another vehicle with crank windows, but yet here we are. And it's in a form of EV. It says, and the crank windows, the internet went wild over this. It's a classic case of brown manual diesel wagon syndrome. And the fun factor will quickly wear off the first time you need to yell to your kids that they forgot their lunch box at school drop off. Of course, if you have to like kind of leaned over to like open the windows, I get it. And ask someone for direction through the passenger window because you've got no phone signal for Google Maps and there's no onboard navigation. Now, the towing capacity is 1,000 pounds. It has a 5 feet bed, which is an advantage over the Ford Maverick as it comes at the expense of the rear seats. The lack of all-wheel drive variant hurts its appeal to those who live in rural areas and get harsh winter. And the smaller of the two available batteries only has 52.7 kilowatt hours capacity, which gives you about a range of 150 miles, which is about 240 kilometers. And the range might be fine for a truck that never strays from its home city. It's what I was saying, that if it's a truck that you have a short commute, it might work for you. But we know from Mazda MX-30 sales failures that people don't like EVs that can't go far on a charge. And though you could pay for that, which is an extra battery, which is obviously, again, when it's customizable, when you could customize this truck a lot and you have to add add-ons, everything adds up. So if you want to pay that extra, you're going to get an 84.3 kilowatt hour battery. That one will bump you from 150 to 240. That's probably going to push you well worth the north of $30,000 before credits. And by the time you attach the SUV top, the SUV top, a wrap, Bluetooth speakers, and other personalization options, your bargain truck isn't going to be quite the bargain anymore. Now, that's the idea that we're going behind this, because it is a $20,000 truck, but it is a plain Jane truck that you don't get no speakers, you don't get no radio. It does have that extra battery, which you have to pay extra, but to add on the other stuff, to add on the speakers, to add on the SUV top, to add on all the changes and the wraps and the wheels, you're going to get up to $30,000, because probably OEM parts for this vehicle, like adding on the speakers or adding on the top, are probably not going to be cheap. Slate thinks they'll sell 150,000 trucks every year, and we hope it does. But how do we rate its chances? It is a credible truck, really the game-changing bargain some people are making it out to be, or is it just a massively overhyped vehicle? Still too expensive and about 5 years too early. We got some pictures here. This is the back of the truck. It's a 5 feet bed. There's not much you could put back there. Yeah, if you're going to move some wood like that you could probably fit there. Maybe a TV, maybe not such a big TV. This is the front of it. It's a pretty cool. I call these the American K truck. But, Jeff Bezos did put $111 million into this project. Is it going to sell? I think it's going to sell. Is it going to be the super hype that we thought it is for the Slate truck? No, I don't think so. I think the truck is expensive for what it comes. I think to add everything else, you're going to end up well over the $30,000. And for anything over $30,000, you could pretty much get a Tesla. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Fun little video today. The Slate truck is already here. Is it an overhyped truck, or is it worth the price? Let me know. Your boy is out of here.